As we find our comfortable seated position, let's close our eyes. And as we close our eyes and check in with our body, notice how it feels to be seated. If you need to elevate your hips, feel free to elevate your hips with a towel or blocks or your yoga mat, whatever feels best for you. Allowing our spine to remain neutral. Feeling our chest lift, our shoulders relax back and down. Checking in with our breath and how it moves through the torso. Our breath expands evenly to the front, sides, and back of our body. With our hands relaxed in our lap and our elbows underneath our shoulders, let's make a fist with our hands and then extend our hands. Make a fist and extend our fingers. Make a fist and extend. Make a fist and extend. And continue. As we extend our fingers, spread them wide and reach them out. And then let our hands relax. We're going to take our index fingers to our thumbs and relax. Middle fingers to our thumbs and relax. Ring finger, relax. Pinky and relax. Back to pinky, relax. Ring finger, relax. Middle finger, relax. Index finger, relax. Let's bring our hands together, letting our fingertips touch and the heels of our hands touch. I have Namaste hands. And then I want you to keep your hands together, draw your hands down while you lift your elbows up, just to a place that honors you. And as we keep our hands together, let's slowly pivot our hands so that our fingers start to point away from our chest. And start to turn our fingertips down towards the floor. And then bringing our fingertips to point out again. And then fingertips up. And then start to turn our fingers towards our body, keeping the heels of our hands together and our fingertips together. And then bringing our fingertips to point back up to the ceiling. And then away from our body. And then down towards the floor. And then forward, up, and towards our body. And then back up, and we're going to interlace our fingers, turn our palms away from us as we extend our arms. Feel our shoulders down, our upper mid-back engaged. Opening our eyes, feeling the stability of our chest, the back of our chest, our arms fully extended. Let our hands start to lift up to the ceiling. Keeping our shoulders down away from our ears. Keeping that upper mid-back engaged. Upper arms are squeezing towards our head. Not a lot, just enough to where they're engaged. And then bend our elbows, bring the back of our hands to the top of our head. And then reach our hands back up to the ceiling, squeezing our upper arms towards each other. And then slowly lowering our arms down as we keep our arms straight. Feel your shoulder blades firm on your back. Feel that upper mid-back engage. When arms are parallel to the ground, start to bend your elbows. Bring your palms together, fingertips touch, heels of our hands touch. Elbows lift, hands move down. Turn our fingertips forward and down. And then fingertips forward, up, and towards our body. And back up to the ceiling, interlacing our fingers. Turn our palms forward. Squeeze our upper arms towards each other. Feel your upper mid-back engaged. Feel your heart lift. And then slowly reach our hands up to the ceiling. Keeping our chest lifted. Bend our elbows. Take the back of our hands to the top of our head or behind our head. Palms stay facing up. And reach our hands up. And bring our arms forward and down as we keep our shoulders down away from our ears and our chest lifted. And then bend our elbows, bring the back of our hands towards our chest. Turn our palms towards each other, spreading our fingers wide as we keep our heels of our hands together and we draw them down. Reach our fingers forward as we keep our fingers spread wide. And then point them down. Forward and up and towards our body while we keep those fingers spread wide. Remember, you're doing this at your variation. Your hands might be up higher than where mine are. Let this honor your body. Turn our fingers up. Interlace our fingers, turn our palms forward, squeeze our upper arms towards each other, lift our chest, and then slowly lift our hands up. Keep our chest lifted. Bend our elbows, hands come to the top of our head or behind our head while we keep our palms pointed up. And then reach our hands up. And then bring our arms forward. And our arms are parallel to the ground. Pause, bend our elbows, and then we're going to start to sweep our hands over to the right. Keeping our fingers interlaced, we're driving our right elbow back behind us. Then bring our hands forward and then over to the left, driving our left elbow back. And hands forward, chest is still lifted. Right elbow comes back. And hands forward, chest still lifted. Left elbow comes back. And come back to center. And release our hands down to our lap, releasing our fingertips. Let's make fists with our hands, extend our fingers, fists and extend, fists and extend. And one more time, fists and extend. Relaxing our hands, let's come to a standing position at the front of our mat. As we find our standing position, let's wiggle our toes, let them be light. Find a strong foundation in our feet, our legs, our hips. Relax our toes, then inhale, sweep our hands up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Right foot steps back, lunge. Come all the way up, high lunge. Taking a moment to hold, letting our shoulders relax. Then turn our palms forward, sweep our arms out to the side, bend our elbows and draw our elbows back behind us like we're trying to squeeze them together to touch. Feeling our chest open, the front of our shoulders open. Then extend our arms, start to turn our palms towards each other. Interlace our fingers if we choose. Draw our hands down towards the floor as we keep our chest lifted. Chin is parallel to the floor as we gently pull our head back. Breathing. And then releasing our hands by bending our elbows, sweep our arms out. We're going to take the back of our hands, draw them forward as we round our back, bend our back knee, and then open as we draw our hands back, rotate our palms up, and lift our chest up. Exhaling, rounding, drawing the back of our hands forward. Inhale, open, drawing our palms up. Exhaling, rounding. And inhale, open. Let our hands relax down. We're going to place our hands on the floor, straightening our front leg to what honors us, letting our back heel soften towards the floor. Hands can be on the floor, on blocks, whatever honors our bodies. Then bending our front knee, step our back foot forward and fold. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Step our left foot back, lunge. Front knee over the top of our ankle. Long stance. Find the stability from our legs all the way up to our hips. Engage our core, sweep our hands up. Lifting our hands up to the ceiling, letting our shoulders relax down. And sweeping our hands out to the side and back behind us as we bend the elbows and squeeze them towards each other. Feel our chest lift. Then start to turn our palms towards each other. Bend our elbows, interlace our fingers. Roll the shoulders back and down as we draw our hands down to the floor. Feel the length through our spine. Our head gently pulling back. Breathing. And releasing our hands by bending our elbows, extending our arms out, thumbs point down. We're going to round our back, bend our back knee, and draw the back of our hands towards each other. Inhale, rotate our hands up, thumbs back, extend our back leg. Exhaling, rounding, bending our back knee, thumbs point down. Inhale, open, thumbs rotate up and back. Exhaling, bending our back knee. And inhaling, straightening our back leg. And let our arms relax down. Take our hands down to the floor. Straighten our front leg. Feel our weight shift into our back leg a little bit more as we soften. Long, slow, even breath. And bending our front knee. Walk our hands forward a little bit, lift our back foot and step forward, folding at the front of our mat. Inhale, rise up halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend our knees, bring our arms out to the side, extend our fingers, and then make a fist and flick your fingers. Fist, flick. We're going to start to come up as we do so. As we come up, keep reaching your hands up. We're going to extend our hands up to the ceiling. And then once our hands get up, we're going to start to lift our heels and come up onto the balls of our feet. Flick our hands out to the side, lowering our heels. Bring our hands back to our side and fold, letting our hands relax. Bend our knees, lower our hips, take our gaze forward, flick our hands out to the side as we rise up with a flat back. Lifting our hands up, lift our heels, then flick our hands back out to the side, lowering our heels down, and fold, relaxing our hands. Bending our knees, lowering our hips, lift our chest, flick our hands again, lifting our chest up, slowly rising, lifting our heels as we reach our hands up, bring our hands out to the side, lowering our heels down, and fold, relaxing our hands. Place our hands on the mat, walk both feet back. Fingers are spread wide. We come into plank pose. Lower our knees, keep spreading those fingers. Press down through the tips of our fingers and the heels of our hands. Then bend our elbows, lower our chest. Walk our hands forward. Then cross our right arm over our left. Walk our hands out to the side. Turn our palms up and then lower our chest down. Stretching to the outside of our shoulders, the outside of our arms. Feeling our breath move into our mid-back. Slowly lifting our head, our chest. Let's slide our left knee out to the side and then bring our left hand in front of our chest. So we're bringing it out from underneath us. Roll onto our right shoulder and then hug our left knee in. Take our left hand up to the ceiling. And then I want you to tuck your left foot behind your right knee. Draw your left shoulder down to the floor and open up your chest. Let your left knee come up off the floor while you keep your belly hugged in. And bring our left hand in towards our shoulder. Reach it straight up to the ceiling. Lift our head and our left shoulder. Take our left hand back to the mat in front of our chest. Lower your left knee down to the floor. And then extend our left leg back as we roll back up and extend both hands forward. Walk our hands in towards each other, crossing our left arm over our right. Then walk our hands back out to the side, staying in that cobra position in our upper back. Then flip our palms up and soften our upper body. Letting everything relax over our arms. Slowly lift our head, engage our upper mid back. Let's bend our right knee and draw it out to the side as we roll to our left hip. Slide our right hand out from underneath us, place it on the mat in front of us. Then take your right foot, place it behind your left knee. This helps you draw your right knee in and let your right hip lift. While you honor your spine, let's draw our right hand up. We're going to lower our right shoulder down to the floor and then let our right arm open out to the side. Keeping our belly hugged in. And slowly draw our right hand towards our shoulder. Lift our right hand straight up. Lift our head and our right shoulder. Bring our right hand to the mat in front of us. Lower your right knee down to the floor. Extend your right leg back as you roll onto your belly, sweeping your right hand forward, followed by your left. We're going to slide both hands to the side of our ribs. Lower our head so that we can bring our upper body in a little more alignment, a little more stability. And keeping our elbows hugged in, press ourselves up and sink our hips back into child's pose. Pausing and breathing. Walking our hands underneath our shoulders. Press ourselves up. And let's crawl forward. We're going to flip over onto our back for Shavasana. If there's a different variation other than the traditional version that you would prefer, feel free to set yourself up. awareness back to our bodies. Begin to wiggle our fingers and our toes, our hands and our feet, our wrists and our ankles. And then bend our knees, roll over to our right side, and press ourselves up. Rising up tall through our spine, noticing how we feel. And placing our hands together in front of our heart, sealing in all that we found on this journey through mindfulness, movement, and breath. Taking it all as a gift that we can place into our hearts and continue to use as we move off of our mat. Namaste.